Hi everyone, welcome back to People in Performance. I'm Waraporn Pimdeed. Let me start with a question. What happens to your organization the day your best leader walks out the door? Maybe they retire. Maybe they get poached. Maybe it's completely out of the blue. If your honest answer is, I'm not totally sure, then this episode is for you. Today we're unpacking talent management and succession planning, what they are, why they matter, and how you actually build a leadership pipeline that protects your business. Before we go deep, let's get our terms straight, because people mix these two up all the time. Talent management is the wide funnel. It's how you attract, identify, develop, engage, retain, and deploy the people who matter most to your organization, whether that's because of their potential or the role they hold. Succession planning is the sharp end of that funnel, the deliberate process of identifying and developing future leaders for your most critical roles, so those seats are never left empty, unprepared, or filled by luck. Here's the link to remember. Succession planning is simply talent management aimed squarely at your most critical roles. So, is this just theory, or does it actually move the needle? Look at the research, and you'll see a pretty uncomfortable gap. 86% of leaders say succession planning is a priority, but only 14% believe they actually do it well. And the cost of getting it wrong is real. More than 60% of newly promoted CEOs fail within 18 months, and only about a third of organizations have a formal succession process in place. So most leaders know it matters. Very few have built the muscle. That gap, right there, is the opportunity. So how do you start closing that gap? One of the simplest, most powerful tools is the 9-box grid. You plot your people on two axes, performance today across the bottom and potential tomorrow up the side. The stars in the top right corner are your ready now successors. Stretch them and hold on to them. Your high potentials need development and exposure to grow into bigger roles. And those low left cells, that's where your succession risk is quietly hiding. The beauty of the 9-box is that it makes potential visible. You can see your whole bench on a single page. Let me make this concrete with a company you all know, Apple. This is succession planning done right. From around 2005, Tim Cook was groomed in the role as COO, effectively running operations years before he was needed. So when Steve Jobs stepped down in August 2011, Cook became CEO in a planned internal handover, not a panicked scramble. The payoff? Apple's value climbed from roughly $350 billion to about $4 trillion under a leader built from within. And the cycle continues. Hardware chief John Ternus is reported as the frontrunner to be next, with Cook moving toward executive chairman. The lesson? Identify early, develop in the role, and transition with zero disruption. Okay, how do you actually do this in your own organization? Here's a simple, repeatable cycle. Step 1. Identify your critical roles, the positions that would hurt most if they suddenly went vacant. And that's not always the top of the org chart. Step 2. Define what good looks like, the skills, behaviors, and experience each role really demands before you go looking for people. Step 3. Spot your successors using that 9-box grid we just talked about. Step 4. Develop them deliberately through stretch assignments, mentoring, and real exposure, not just training courses. And Step 5. Review and refresh, because people, roles, and business needs are always moving. Run that loop, and you've got a living succession plan instead of a dusty document. Let's pull it all together. 5 things to take away. 1. This is about continuity, not paperwork. It protects the business when a key leader leaves. 2. Mind the gap. Most leaders value it. Few do it well. So start building your bench before you need it. 3. Make potential visible. A simple framework like the 9-box goes a long way. 4. Develop in the role. Real exposure and stretch assignments beat theory every time. And 5. It's never done. Review your talent and your bench regularly because people, roles, and needs keep changing.
Before you go, let's test what's stuck. Quick quiz. Which two dimensions does the 9-box grid measure? Is it A, salary and tenure, B, performance and potential, C, age and years of experience, or D, engagement and attendance? Pause for a second and think about it. Got your answer? Drop your pick.
A through D in the comments, and I'll reveal it in the next episode. No peeking. If you want to go deeper, I've pulled together the sources behind today's episode. Work from CIPD, Rothwell, the Oxford Handbook of Talent Management, McKinsey, the Center for Creative Leadership, and AIHR. And they're all listed here and down in the description. If you got value from this, do me a favor. Subscribe to People in Performance for weekly deep dives into talent, leadership, and culture. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next one, where I'll reveal that quiz answer, and I'll see you there. Thanks so much for watching.